All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Am I too loud?
No?
There's a volume knob on your left ear.
Oh, up top?
So, if you need to adjust the volume knob, you can.
Perfect. Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Man, this is great, okay.
I'll make it my seatbelts secure. There we go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get the flaps up where they should be. Heat vent defrost. You got your vent right here. Avionics is on. Transponder is in altitude mode. And we'll go ahead and start. I think he's waiting on us, so I'm going to go ahead and roll out of the area here.
Microphone okay where it's at because it keeps falling out.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. Let me go ahead and taxi over here to this place. Just get out of the way of this guy. Piper Cub there. Get our taxi lights on. I'm just going to pull right here and stop and just complete this so he can fill up while we're doing this. Alright, so again, flaps are up. Heat vent defrost. If you want to turn it off, you just pull it that way and you can adjust it. If it gets too hot, let me know. So let's get this GPS set up. And we'll listen to the AWOS.
Delaware Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation. 1326 Zulu. Weather. Wind. Calm. Visibility. 10. Clear. Below. 12,000. Temperature. 19 Celsius. Dew point. 15. Altimeter. 3011.
3011. There we go. I don't think there was any wind.
Delaware Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation. 1327 Zulu. Weather. Wind. Calm. Visibility.
Alright, so we're going to be taking off on runway 28 down here because that's kind of in the direction this morning of traffic. Do a radio test. Alright, so that's showing that our radios are working. Taxi light is on. Brakes, we already know they're working. So we'll give a call that we're taxiing to the runway and we'll get ready for takeoff. How do you feel?
Great.
Awesome.
Take off.
Yeah, he's going to be ahead of us, obviously. So. Delaware traffic, Diamond 454 Kilo Charlie's taxi to runway 28, Delaware. Alright, if at any time you feel sick or need to, land or whatever, just let me know. We'll expedite our trip back to the airport. And
I feel great.
Okay, good. Alright, so we're clear right, center, and clear to the left. Now once we get down to the end of the taxiway here, we'll do what's called a run-up, just make sure the engines are working. It's not a good idea to start a cold engine and just take off right away. You want that oil temperature to come up anyway, so that gives it that chance to do that. Sun's a little bright, hopefully it's not too much. Oh, you got the transitional lenses.
Yeah, they don't really act like sunglasses, so I brought my regular sunglasses.
Okay. We'll try not to be in the sun too much this morning.
Great with the regular sunglasses, but I can't.
Okay, yep.
Prescription.
Gotcha. Well, this is exciting. I've been dreaming about this moment. You get to be my first passenger. What do you think?
Great.
Isn't this fun?
Fantastic, yeah.
That's fun.
Delaware traffic, Yellow Cub 70 Hotel, departing 28. Right turnout with a transition to the east, Delaware.
That's pretty much what we'll be doing, a right turnout, but we're going to the north. But he'll be way ahead of us at that point. I didn't quite hear it. Is there a way to get that closer to your mouth, or does that not?
Falling out. I'm not sure. Is there a cord?
There's a second hinge right here. What if? Oh, you're right. It does keep doing that.
Yeah, it keeps falling. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I don't know. They're probably just cheap. That's why.
Huh.
Because it's voice activated, so it closes off your communication if it doesn't hear anything.
I see.
Alright, so we've reached the end of the taxiway. This is where we'll do our run up. I don't think anybody's behind us. Nope, we're good. So we're just going to park it right here and go through our pre-takeoff list. Alright, so brakes are set. Make sure trim is neutral. There's our indicator right there. Flight controls, make sure we got full range of motion and that they're correct. Okay, indeed we are good. Alternate airs right here, we'll test that and make sure the engine still runs. And close that. Again, we're just checking the instruments. Oil temperature is coming up, oil pressure is where it should be. We've got fuel right here, we're at 3/4 of a tank, which is plenty for the day. Warning lights, make sure that these light up like they should. Yes, they do. Mixture for best power, we'll go ahead and run up to 1700 RPM and continue our check. We're watching right here, that's our RPMs. It's climbing, we're going to hold it right there at 17. And I'm going to take these magnetos here and I'm going to just run it off the right side, make sure it doesn't quit out. So the right mags are working, go back to both. Now we're going to check the left magnetos, those are working as well. So that's for safety, just there's a dual ignition system on this. Suction tells us that the gyros are working. Oil pressure is still looking good, oil temperature is still coming up. Let's check our amp meter, make sure that the alternator's working. Yep, okay, that's functioning fine. Fuel pressure is fine, everything's looking good. And we'll go ahead and bring the throttle back to idle. What that does is make sure that the engine doesn't cut out on us, which it does not, we're good. And the throttle friction feels good too. Alright, so back to 1000 RPM for now. If at any time during this you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so flaps to takeoff. That is exactly where they are. So we've got our fuel pump on. Canopy, just double check that it is locked. Alright, and heading indicator is right here. Make sure that it matches the compass, which it does not. We'll just align that. As a gyroscopic instrument, it tends to precess. So it's something you have to adjust in flight occasionally. Alright, transponders in altitude mode. That way anybody around us knows what altitude we're flying at. We'll go ahead and turn our strobes on. Taxi lights can come off, landing lights can go on. We'll note the time is 9:31 a.m. and give our radio call. And are you ready to depart?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. We're also checking for traffic. Sometimes there are airplanes that don't have radios on board, so you have to make sure there's nobody out there. I don't see anyone. We'll give a call. Delaware traffic, Diamond 4, Kilo Charlie is taking off, runway 28, departure to the north, Delaware. All right, so we are rolling. If for any reason there's ever an engine out before we take off, we'll just pull the throttle back and land on the available runway. If we're already in the air, we'll find a field that looks nice and comfortable, and we'll put it down and have a cup of coffee.
Right.
That's something I have to disclose.
That looks nice.
Isn't that a beautiful sight?
It is. That looks great. Wait a minute. Let me take a picture of it.
Absolutely.
That is a wonderful sight.
Hey, red day takeoff here.
Have a picture.
You're fine.
Alrighty.
Okay. All right, so flaps are set, trim set, brakes off, and we'll give her full throttle. And our power is set, engine instruments are on the green, airspeed is coming alive, we're looking good. Right down the center line. We'll be lifting off right around 52 knots. And watching out for birds at the same time. There we are airborne.
Oh yeah.
Great feeling, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Fantastic.
And we'll climb out at 75 knots.
Nothing like it.
Oh my goodness, it's a great feeling. Now that we're clear of obstacles, I'll go ahead and lift the flaps up to cruise, so we don't have to worry about those now. Oh, the air feels good.
I don't remember the quarry.
Really? I mean, it's obviously been there ever since I've been flying, but yeah, it's there. traffic time at 4 Kilo Charlie's departing to the north, Delaware. You're not too hot, too cold, or anything like that?
It's perfect.
All right, great.
Absolutely.
So what we'll do is we'll pretty much just kind of round off here at 2,000 feet. No need to climb any higher than that so we can see as much as we can on the ground. Now if you want to switch this vent to the outside one, it might make it easier for...
Oh yeah, very nice.
You know, however you want to fix that. Alright, we'll level off right here. We are at 2,175 feet. To give us...
Traffic Cessna 2681 uniform, 3 to the south, inbound landing 20 Urbana.
So Delaware Dam?
Yep,
Delaware Dam.
That's where we're headed. Now this little thing right here is called the ADS-B, but it also lets us know where traffic is around us. So I will, you know, once in a while look at that, just make sure it's not picking up on any other airplanes. But also, it's a good idea to constantly look out for traffic. And of course, as a passenger, you're more than welcome to help me do that, since my view is limited on the right side of the plane. There's the Delaware Fairgrounds. See the racetrack? Off to our right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Urbana traffic Cessna 81 uniforms on the 45 for left downwind 20 Urbana.
Boy, the air's really smooth up here.
Sorry, Metro traffic, 26115 Bravo, sorry.
Golf course down there.
Yeah, that's, oh goodness, I can't remember what it's called. Right there on 23, just north of.
That's the one they waited to build after we moved away.
Yeah, they sure did.
Traffic 81 uniform is now on the left downwind 20 full stop Urbana.
Now that wind noise is because we got air going past our microphone, so if that's getting annoying, you might be able to redirect some wind.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So we're about flying over Route 23 right now. So Marion would be directly in front of us. We're kind of headed north. So yeah, there's the beach.
Oh yeah.
Right there. We were just there a couple weeks ago. A lot of boats out there. There's your...
Yeah, there's where we were for the boats.
Yep.
Traffic back 803 Echo Romeo, approaching from the north, 5 from the field.
What we'll do is we'll kind of circle around the reservoir and fly a little bit lower over it. That way the sun's not in your eyes when we're looking.
Urbana traffic 81 uniform, now turning the left base 20 Urbana.
A lot of open farm country.
Oh yeah. The nice thing about up in this area is if you do have an engine out, there's plenty of places to put it down. Not that you want to, but if you have to.
Urbana traffic Cessna 81 uniform is left base to final 20 Urbana.
That's Waldo, Ohio in front of us. And we're going right over Ma Wilson's, I think is what it's called. Little country store down there. Remember that place?
Yeah.
Brandon Grimes traffic, go to 2889 Quebec, 3 miles to the west, transitioning midfield 4,300 feet, Brandon.
There, maybe that'll work like that.
I'm sorry that's not working too well. I'm going to have to invest in some nice headsets for my passengers.
I think if I get a little bit close.
Delaware traffic,
It'll work either.
34 Echo is at 3,000 feet, currently about 3 miles to the south of the airport. We're going to be overflying, transitioning to the north, Delaware.
Alright, that was 34 Echo. My instructor's up there with them. He's flying over the airport coming our direction, so we'll have to keep an eye out for him, just let him know what we're doing. Delaware traffic, Diamond 4, Kilo Charlie is maneuvering over Delaware Dam area. Delaware traffic. I should have given him my altitude. That's alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to about 1,000, maybe 500 feet AGL, just kind of like do a little fly over the lake here, or the reservoir. We'll keep it on the right side so you can see out really well.
Probably always that way.
Yeah, well, sometimes, yeah, I think it's probably because of all the rain we've had.
Brandon traffic, Portsmouth 4, Hotel Pop 5 to the west, inbound 20.
At least we'll get a little scenic trip here. We're about 700 feet over the ground, so I can't go too much lower than this legally.
Presley 755 Bravo, 5 miles south, inbound for the 20 downwind. Delaware traffic from an AOSU. We're going to enter a long downwind, full stop, 27. Delaware traffic.
One thing we need to look out for, and make sure it won't show up on my ADSB, are eagles. So hopefully we don't, encounter any birds up here.
Grimes traffic, Moody 929 Charlie, Kilo is 15.
Bunch of stuff floating in the water, so maybe you guys had a storm too, right?
Yeah, we had a good storm a couple days ago come through here.
Yeah, so maybe that's why the water looks so brown.
It could be.
Portsmouth 4, Hotel Pop Center, crosswind for 20.
This is why I like going lower rather than higher, because you can it's just so much more scenic.
Oh yeah.
At this altitude.
Bunch of bass fishermen out there.
Yeah. Joy riders. So there's your marina or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't look like anybody's out on the beach yet this morning.
Brandon Grimes traffic to go to 2889 Quebec is 4 miles to the east, setting up for left downwind runway 20 for band.
So we'll pass over the dam here, we'll climb back up to about 2,000 and maybe head over to Radnor. You can kind of look at the reservoir over there, or if there's another place you want to look at, do a little bit more sightseeing before we go back, and we can see whatever you want. We were just there a couple weeks ago.
Over Radnor?
No, right here.
Oh, right here.
Delaware Dam.
So that school there, what school is that?
Fostoria.
Oh,
Romeo Sierra 5.
and that's Hills Miller Road, I think. I can't. can't remember what it's called.
Delaware traffic, Scarlet 8, we're turning left band 27 full stop. Urbana Drive, late 755 Bravo, left downwind 20.
Alright, so we've got traffic, by the way, to our left. There they are. Alright, they're kind of flying parallel to us, but we better keep an eye on them. They're 400 feet above us. You see them?
Yeah.
Runway 20, Urbana.
A little slower, huh?
Yeah.
And Delaware traffic.
Let's do one more circle around. Maybe we'll kind of head up the back country way to Delaware and come in from the east. We'll climb to 3,000. That'll give us a kind of an overlook of the area.
Carroll County traffic, Skyhawk 22 Fox, 5 north.
Go to 288 out of Quebec is entering a left downwind. We have the traffic, downwind traffic in sight, no factor Urbana. Urbana Drive, 55 Bravo, left base.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you want to see any maneuvers, we can do a stall. Just kidding.
What's that?
Said we can do whatever maneuvers you want to do. I know you don't want to do a stall, though.
No, not really.
Not a stall. No, we don't have to. I'm not going to pull any surprises on you. I wouldn't do that. I would not do that.
Long final for 20, Urbana Drive.
There's that railroad that passes over 23.
Yeah. Kind of curves around.
Yeah. I will level off right here.
And Delaware traffic, Scarlet 8, we're back taxiing at 28 on Charlie.
What we can do is just swing over Alum Creek up there and then come back into Delaware. You can already see Columbus out there.
Oh, wow. Looks awfully close from the air.
Yeah, it does.
And then what's the next one?
Next one.
You see Alum Creek here.
Yep.
And then the next one?
Would be the Hoover Reservoir, wouldn't it?
Wow.
I think that's what that would be up there.
Seems like it takes forever to drive there from Delaware, and then forever to drive there.
Uh-huh. When you're in the air, everything looks a lot closer.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, I got the numbers.
Having fun so far?
Oh, absolutely. This is great.
Good.
Man, I realize how much I missed flying.
It's addicting.
Yeah, I used to do this. It was just fantastic.
Yeah.
You get up here and you think, man,
I know.
nothing like it, right?
It's great. You feel like you're on top of the world.
Yep.
Is it neat how you can see the railroad tracks just go right into Columbus there?
Yeah.
That's Meyer right there next to it.
It's almost like some of this stuff was laid out from the air.
Yeah.
The configuration of some of these things.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because it looks so perfect.
Drive traffic 399 Charlie Field, number 2 of midfield crossing. At 2,500 to enter left base.
You can see the airport from here. There's a couple water towers. The further water tower is where the airport's next to. So why don't you go ahead, if you want to go ahead and take control. Obviously, it just takes very sensitive movements. Turn right, turn left, up, down.
I'm gonna head a little bit towards the dam here just because.
Sure.
Left base. Hit left downwind. 420 Urbana Drive.
I know you've done this before, so I'm sure you're comfortable flying.
7 miles east, 45 downwind, 20 Urbana Drive.
got traffic off our left wing, so tell you what, let's go. You're doing fine what you're doing. I'm going to descend just a little bit. He's about 500 feet above us. I don't know where he's going, but he's running parallel to us. So we'll drop down a little bit. So you just keep doing what you're doing, you're fine. In fact, he's kind of turning off towards the east a little bit. Alright, he's headed the other direction. He won't be a factor.
Pentagon 729-230, about 3 miles east on the 45, downwind 20, Pentagon.
Wow, that is so nice.
Isn't it pretty? Yeah, if that's the Hoover Reservoir, that means Westerville's right between the two. This would be kind of like Lewis Center, Worthington. Not sure what golf course that is, but there's one right there next to us. Sunbury's over there. Johnstown would be out in the distance.
Delaware traffic, Charlotte 8, we're left crosswind for 28, full stop. Delaware traffic, Charlotte 8, we're turning left downwind, full stop, 28.
A picture of Dad flying the airplane here. If I can get my hand out in the way.
Pentagon 729-220, north downwind 20, Pentagon. You're doing a good job, keeping it nice and stable. I'm not showing any traffic around us right now, so we're in the clear. Delaware traffic, Charlotte 8, we're turning left base, 28, full stop.
And let's go and put the nose down just a little bit there.
Delaware traffic, Scarlet 8, we're turning final, 28, full stop.
And you think you can find the airport from here? Yep, that general direction.
25, Carroll County.
Urbana Ground 7545 Delta, departing the pattern to the southwest, Urbana Ground.
We prepare for descent. I'm going to let you kind of fly us back in towards the airport, but the runway's right there. We want to come in from the left.
Oh, you want to come in for the right? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to
take it.
Yep.
Let's you do the rest.
Traffic, Carroll 4854 Juliet, 7 miles to the north, inbound for runway 25, Carroll County.
Delaware traffic time at 4 Kilo Charlie is 5 to the east, inbound runway 28, Delaware.
And Delaware traffic, Charlie Day, we're off Charlie.
Inbound for left, downwind 28, Delaware.
Alright, so we'll start our descent. Throttles required, mixture richen. Fuel pump on, gonna turn the landing lights on so we can be seen. We'll listen to the AWA, see if the winds have changed.
Delaware Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation. 135 7 Zulu. Weather. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Clear. Low 12,000. Temperature 2. 0. 15. 1.
So what we're going to do, we're not going to fly straight in because there's somebody in the pattern. I don't want to cut them off, make them mad. I try to make friends, not enemies. So we're going to come in from the south and then pick up the left downwind for runway 28. That way we can fall into the pattern in the appropriate way.
South. Entering a left downwind runway 20, Urbana Ground.
The traffic pattern altitude is 2,000 feet. We're at 3,000 feet, so I have to lose 1,000 before we actually go into the pattern. The last thing you want to do is descend while you're in the pattern, because you may not see somebody, you might descend right on top of someone. So you want to be at the altitude before you get in the pattern. That way you're seeing eye level with other traffic. So our altitude's right here. We're at 2,000, about 750 or so.
Going to Delta 3 miles to the south, entering a left downwind runway 20, Urbana Ground.
I thought I heard somebody in the pattern a little earlier said Scarlet 8. Whenever you hear the word Scarlet in front of an airplane number, it usually means they're, well, it always means they're out of OSU Airport just doing some practices up here. Stands for Scarlet and Gray.
Oh, okay.
So they're basically just students of Ohio State doing some practice in a different area.
There's a plane.
Actually,
There's an airplane. There's one right there.
Delaware traffic 34 Echo.
Yep.
Entering left downwind 28.
He's not showing up on here. I see the guy in the pattern, but I'm glad you're catching that.
Yeah, Delaware traffic, Scarlet 8, we're departing 28 left turnout, stating the pattern. Delaware traffic.
He said he's staying in the pattern. I sure hope that's the truth. Otherwise, we're in his path to go back to OSU. And I see him. He's right just below the horizon. Do you see him? Going direct opposite.
Yeah.
When an airplane is below you, they're harder to see because they blend in so well with the, you know, the ground. When you're flying at the same altitude as an aircraft, they're just above the horizon, so it makes it a lot easier to see them.
I remember when there's snow on the ground, I've flown with Dad when there's snow on the ground. It's a little easier to see.
Okay, yeah.
A little, because, you know, sometimes the trees still stick out, but you can see the movement after a little while.
Yeah, definitely.
28 Delaware traffic.
So we're going to be entering the downwind leg, which runs parallel to the runway. And that's usually the best place to enter the pattern, since you can see the whole traffic pattern from there.
Yeah, ground traffic, Oscar 2 to the parking pattern to the north, correct.
Okay, somebody's taking off right there. I just got to make sure I'm not going to cut them off. Delaware traffic Diamond 4 Kilo Charlie is entering the left downwind for runway 28 on the 45. Delaware traffic. I want to let him know where I'm at so he doesn't try to turn early.
28 Delaware, stop.
Create an incursion there.
And a Pentagon, stop 12.
What he'll probably do now is increase his crosswind leg just to space himself out from me a little better.
4 Kilo Charlie, are you making a full stop?
Yes, this will be a full stop.
Copy, 112, 3, 5, downwind to runway 25, full stop, incoming.
For now, anyway. That was my instructor, by the way.
You see Columbus?
Yep. Those buildings stick right out.
Yeah, they do.
Alright, so we are abeam the numbers. We'll give our first notch of flaps.
Delaware traffic, Charlotte 8, we're turning the left crosswind, 28, staying in the pattern.
Northeast, we're flying the field for a left downwind for runway 27. Please.
Delaware traffic Diamond 4 Kilo Charlie's turning left base, runway 28, full stop, Delaware.
And Delaware traffic, Charlotte 8, we're turning the left downwind for 28, full stop.
He's right behind us.
This will be a power off landing on. Delaware traffic, 34 records, clear active.
Delaware traffic Diamond 4 Kilo Charlie's turning final, runway 28, Delaware. Delaware traffic Diamond 4 Kilo Charlie's clear of the active, Delaware. Alright, so landing lights come off, taxi lights on, strobes can come off. Well, you survived your first flight with Mr. Brian.
Oh, what a great flight.
It was nice and smooth up there, wasn't it?
Oh man, that was wonderful.
And
I think you got another passenger.
Delaware traffic, Scarlet 8, base to final, 28.
There's Scarlet 8 right there.
Yeah.
I don't think Mom and I will be in the air as long as we were. Alright, so we'll park her right here, taxi lights off.
Alright, you can just put your, well here, let's pop this first.
Alright, so just going through our pre-taxi checklist here. This was our mixture, just making sure the fuel mixture is where it should be. The radios are powering up still, so we're just going to hold off on those before we give any radio calls. But just make sure our seat belts are fastened, our flaps are up. Heat vent defrost, if you need more air blowing on you, this closes it, this opens it, you can turn it off to the side. Transponders right here, we are in altitude mode. Let's go ahead and accept this and have it ready to go. Listen to the AWAS, that way we can get our weather information.
0.15, altimeter 3011.
And it wraps around continuously, so we'll listen to it again.
Delaware Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation.
Delaware traffic, 1 Echo Sierra, crosswind 28.
Weather, wind, calm, visibility 10.
Alright, it says wind's calm, so again, it's not going to be a factor for us right now. It's a beautiful day.
It is gorgeous.
Alright, we'll do a radio test. So when it says TX, that means it's transmitting.
Delaware traffic, Scarlet 8, we're taxiing position on hold 28.
Somebody else is taxiing. It's a busy little airport this morning.
Delaware traffic, 1 Echo Sierra, turning upwind 2,000 feet.
Make sure the brakes are working.
And westbound
They
departure.
are? Okay, so we're ready to taxi out. What we'll do is we'll call our taxi and go
Delaware
to
traffic,
runway 28.
Holiday, we're departing 28, be left turn out southbound to OSU.
Alright. I always try to keep track of where other planes are going. He's going south, we're going north. So,
Are my feet supposed to be on the ground?
yeah, I would have them up against there or wherever you're comfortable.
It won't hurt to have them up
Delaware
here.
traffic, Diamond 454 Kilo Charlie's taxi runway 28, Delaware. If I hold up my hand, that just means I need to talk or listen to somebody. So if I do this number, just, hold off. But you're good to talk now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Just make yourself comfortable, that's all. That's all you're required to do.
Okay. I just didn't know where I was supposed to put my feet.
Yeah, if you could reach the rudder pedals, if you're flying, you definitely want to be touching the rudder pedals. But since you're a passenger, I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Okay.
Are you comfortable?
I'm very comfortable.
Are you nervous?
No.
Oh, really? Okay, good. There's no reason to be. It's so smooth up there right now. There's no real bumps, so it's a beautiful day to fly. All right, so we're coming up on an intersection here. We always want to look right, left, center. We don't want to cut anybody off for sure. And we're going to be taxiing to runway 28, which is this direction. Taking off to the west.
Hey.
Delaware traffic, Scarlet 8, we're turning left crosswind departure to the south to OSU, Delaware traffic.
Hi. Dad's waving. All right, so we got our taxi light on, fuel pump on. Trying to keep the nose on the center line.
Okay.
It likes to steer left because the propeller draws it that direction, so it's a constant trying to fight with the right brake to keep it aligned up. Lots of birds out too this morning. We didn't see any big ones out as far as like eagles and stuff like that, but they like to flood the runway when you're trying to take off, but they usually get out of the way in time.
Well, that's good.
I haven't had a bird strike yet. If you ever get sick or feel like you need to get down on the ground, let me know. But I don't think you'll have an issue.
No.
Now I know it's a little bit hot right now. Once we get in the air, there's a lot of air flowing through here, so we won't be hot once we get up there, trust me.
Good.
All right, we've reached the end of the taxiway, and what we'll do here is our run up. So we're just going to go through our engine procedures, make sure the engine's running just fine, which it was half hour ago, so it should be now. All right, so brakes are set, trim is neutral, flight controls, full range of motion, and don't mind the joystick, it might bump you here and there, but it won't be that big of a deal. All right, so flight controls are good. Let's alternate air test. Some of these might look familiar on my videos that you've seen. All right, that's looking good. Instruments, so we just want to keep monitoring throughout the flight the oil pressure, oil temperature, and just make sure everything stays in the green. If we lose all oil pressure, that's not a good thing.
Okay.
All right, so warning light test. Everything's lighting up just fine. Mixture for best power, which it's already there. So we're going to do a run up. So this is the RPM gauge right here. I'm going to bring it from 1,000 RPMs to 1,700.
Okay.
And that's going to let us go through our engine check here. So get that up to 17. This is our magnetos. So right now we're on both. We're going to test the right. It's running, which means that the right magnetos are good. Now we're going to go back to left. And we didn't lose any power, so we're good there too. With the run-up still going, we're going to check the suction. That's our gyroscopic instruments. They are running fine. In the green, in the green, in the green. Let's see if there's a droppage here. There is. That's good. That means our alternator's working. We've got more than half tank of fuel, and everything is looking good. At this point, we'll bring the throttle all the way back to idles. Make sure the engine doesn't cut out on us, which it doesn't. The throttle friction feels good, so we'll bring it back to 1,000 RPM. Everything's running smoothly.
All right.
All right, so pre-takeoff, we are ready to move on. So flaps at takeoff, fuel pump is on, canopy, we'll double check, make sure that's locked. Heading indicator is right here. Here's our compass. We want to make sure that they agree with each other. So let's adjust that. We'll have to adjust that several times during flight because this actually starts getting off a little bit, and that's normal for a gyroscopic instrument. So transponder, altitude mode, says right there. That lets other airplanes know what altitude we're flying at when they look at us on their transponder. Well, we got our strobes on, taxi light off, landing light on, and time noted, it is 10:22 a.m. And so what we'll do now is call out, look for traffic. I haven't heard anybody recently, but that doesn't always mean that there's nobody in the pattern, so always look, because there's sometimes airplanes that don't have radios. So always a good idea to look on final and base and just check. I don't see anybody, so we'll give a call and let them know we're taking off. Are you ready to take off? Are you ready?
I am
okay,
ready.
You don't want to taxi back and get out, right?
No.
Okay, perfect. Delaware traffic time in 454, Kilo Charlie's taking off, runway 28, departure to the north, Delaware. All right, we're ready to taxi onto the runway.
Delaware traffic, Cessna 11358, 8 miles east, 2,500 feet. I'll be entering on a 45 for 28 Delaware.
All right, he's like 10 minutes away from landing, so we're good there. Okay, so we are lined up, ready for takeoff. So engine, our throttle is full, power is there, engine instrument still in the green, airspeed is coming alive. We'll just keep the plane on the center line until we lift off right around 55 knots. And we are airborne. We are off.
Awesome.
He's taking a picture. Oh, we got a positive rate of climb, and we are clear of obstacles, so I'll raise those flaps up to cruise. We don't need flaps at this point.
Wow.
Isn't it pretty?
What is that over there?
That is the quarry. They do a lot of drilling, a lot of mining. In fact, Dad said he didn't think that was there when we were here before.
You'll have to point out different things for me. Things that I may not recognize.
Right. Delaware traffic time at 4 Kilo Charlie's departing to the north, Delaware. level off at 2,000 feet, for now anyway.
Delaware traffic, Cessna 11358, 5 miles south-southeast. I'll be entering the pattern on a 45, landing runway 28, Delaware traffic.
All right, so you can see there's Kroger, that big parking lot up there, that big building. Just south of it is a BW3, the same parking lot, but Buffalo Wild Wings. Across the street, you're going to see a little road that has a circle. So if you're looking at Buffalo Wild Wings or CVS, that's the corner of Houck and 36. On this side, there's that little oval road, tiny street. I'm on this end, right down below us. You see that highway going out there? That's going towards Alum Creek. That's the way you came in this morning. See you, Bob. 36, 37?
37.
Yep. And let's see, there's the fairgrounds. I'm sure you recognize the Delaware Fairgrounds. See the big racetrack there?
I see it. And your other house is over there.
Yep, yeah. What we'll do now is we're going to head north here, kind of follow Route 23 up just for about a mile or two, and the Delaware Reservoir is off to our right, so we'll fly.
Is that Route 23 going up
Yep,
there?
that big highway going up that direction.
Grimes traffic, Swiss 78274, far in the area to the east, Grimes.
A little bumpier than when Dad and I were up here. The air is heating up just a little bit.
Is the heat?
Yeah, yep, little heat pockets.
What's that body of water?
That is the Delaware Reservoir.
1227.
The dam is right here on our side of it. See the dam?
Oh, yeah.
Say again, Paul?
You're going to stay on 1227 for a moment and then go to 1228?
Yeah, I'll go over to 2275 so let's see you're going over.
Roger that. I'm going over to 12275.
I'm
That's
showing
where
we got traffic passing over top of us. See, right up there? Little airplane in the sky. He's 1,200 feet above us.
How can you tell?
This is telling me right here, +12, 1,200. So we are perfectly fine, but it's always a good idea to keep checking this, making sure that airplanes don't sneak up on you.
Okay.
It's a nice little thing to have because you know you can look and see, but you can miss stuff still. This will help you catch. Isn't that pretty?
So we're following along Route 23.
We are directly over Route 23, kind of heading up. Marion would be up that way. You really can't see Marion yet. Now, if we were up higher, you could.
Downwind runway 28.
Countryside is beautiful, isn't it?
It is gorgeous.
Look at all the fields. As a pilot, I look at them saying, okay, there's emergency landing site,
Right.
just in case.
I mean, I see farmland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Downwind for runway 27, Suburban.
That's probably a good idea to always have that in the back of your mind, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Delaware traffic, Cessna 11358, 2.5 miles south, 2,000 feet. Beginning the right turn for a 45 entry, runway 28, Delaware.
Takeaway traffic, experimental 503,
Are you comfortable so far?
I'm great.
Got enough wind over you? Enough air?
The temperature's fine.
Wonderful.
Where's the beach part?
We are getting ready to see that. Might have actually passed it. We're going to wrap around and see the other side of it, but the beach, yeah, we'll see it. We're going over Mall Wilson's right now. It's kind of under the left wing. You can't really see it too well.
2 miles south.
What we'll do is we'll get to the end of the reservoir.
On a 45, runway 28.
A lot of chatter. We're going to go around the reservoir, drop down to about 500 feet above the surface, and kind of slowly fly over the lake.
Okay.
There's Waldo, Ohio. In fact, that little grain elevator over there, see those big silos to the west of?
Okay, now
I use that for ground reference maneuvers a lot, like circle around the point.
11358.
one of your checkpoints.
Yep.
On a 45, landing runway 28, Delaware.
What was this highway we just went over?
That's just a little country road. Oh, that right there?
Allen County Express.
I'm not really sure what that is.
I wonder if it's like the one that was on your way to your church.
Yeah. Yep,
Like-
that's 98, 23, and that goes back towards 42, but it's not 42. I'm not sure what it is.
Delaware, Cessna 11358, left downwind, landing 28, Delaware. And traffic is 60.
Pretty little marshland area right there. It's probably a nature reserve or something.
There could probably be an eagle nest somewhere in there.
Probably. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Very swampy.
Yeah. So right now we're at 2,000, about 1,800 feet, but
11358, left base for 28.
remember the elevation out here is about 1,000 feet above sea level, so technically you can subtract 1,000 feet off of that. We're really about 750 feet above the ground right now. So we'll go down to 500 and just kind of slowly buzz the lake and look at the marina area and the beach and all that.
Delaware traffic, Cessna 11358, final for 28, Delaware.
All right, we'll hold this altitude right here and just enjoy the scenery. The lake is a little muddy, isn't it?
It is. Is it because of all the rain we just had?
I think it is.
Because I don't remember being that brown.
Yeah, no, it usually is not.
It doesn't look good to swim in.
No.
The boats look like little toys.
I know.
I see Route 23 over there.
Yeah, yeah.
That boat's going fast. Oh, you can't see.
Oh, I can see it.
Juliet X-ray inbound, 5 miles south, runway 20.
There's a volume knob on the left side if it gets too loud or too whatever. Now up here on the right is going to be that marina where you can rent boats and everything. You can see the parking lot already.
I do.
Delaware traffic, Cessna 11.
Now, do we appear like we're low to these people?
Yeah. Yeah, they know we're flying low.
28, Delaware.
So there's the marina. We were just there a few weeks ago.
I know.
And here comes the beach up here to the right. You can see that. Are there anybody out there yet?
Can't tell yet. I don't think so.
Doesn't look like it, does it?
Urbana traffic, exceptional 70948.
Not really,
Maybe one person right there with a dog.
I see him. Yep. And now we're about to fly over there.
Two people and 2 dogs.
Okay. We're getting ready to fly over the dam.
That's where we walked the other day because I see that red swing glider down there that I was on.
Yeah, very good. How fun.
This is so fun.
Oh yeah. So we'll go ahead and climb up now. Oh, man.
Train tracks.
There's a bird just dove underneath us. It wasn't that big of a bird either.
Whoa.
One thing about birds is they won't show up on this. They don't have transponders on them. Birds have a tendency to dive to miss something. And so if you come up on a bird, you always want to climb. Because they see something that's attacking them or they think is attacking them, they'll dive to get to the speed.
Okay. Good to know.
Yes. So where do you want to go from here? We can do any sightseeing you want. We can go over Alum Creek.
6 miles to the west. We'll be
we can do Radnor, Magnetic Springs.
Delaware.
I'm kidding.
Alum Creek would be fun.
Okay.
Is that where you went with Dad?
Yep. Yep, that's what he picked.
Delaware traffic, Cessna 11358, departing runway 28. Be departing to the south-southeast Delaware.
So we're about over the Delaware Fairgrounds right now.
Is this us on the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
There, that little pink right there is the airport.
Okay.
We're going to climb to 3,000 feet and level off, and then we'll just fly over to Alum Creek. We won't buzz Alum Creek at the same altitude we just did that. We'll be a little higher. See Columbus out there in the distance?
Oh, yeah.
Delaware traffic, Experimental 173 Juliet Bravo, taking runway 2, departure via left turn.
It's a little hazy, but I can see the skyscrapers.
Right.
Delaware traffic, 1 exit here, 45 to the downwind, 28 Delaware.
There's the train track.
Yep. There's a couple pair of train tracks. That one joins the other pair that goes next to Meyer.
Is that 36, 37 right there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, because that's Meyer, that's Coles.
Coles is the bigger one?
Coles is this one on the right side.
Oh, Coles and then Meyer.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you want to, we're pretty much flying straight and level right now. If you want to take controls and just kind of feel what it's like to fly, doesn't take much input. If you want to turn left, you just go this way.
I don't know what to do.
Turn right, you go this way. Up, down.
I'll just hold on to it while you do it.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Did Dad do it?
Yep, he flew for a while.
Downwind.
You can see the railroad tracks go all the way into Columbus. Straight line, isn't it?
Oh, it does. I didn't realize that went that far. Does it run every day?
Is it what?
Is there a train that goes every day?
Oh my God, that's one of the busiest tracks in the area.
Is it?
Probably several times an hour.
Okay, you have the rudder.
Yeah, I've got the rudder.
Okay.
But if you want, go ahead and face us towards the reservoir if you can. Steer the plane that direction. We'll fly right over it.
Am I doing it all right?
We're doing perfect.
2 mile 5.19.
How far?
Just so we're steering right at it. Or maybe the road right next to it. That way it's off our right wing. We can look down and see it. There you go. So now we're facing it, so you can just straighten the wings back up so we're not turning. So turn left. There you go. Doesn't take much movement, does it?
No.
So we're over 37, 36. There's that bridge.
Okay.
There's your favorite intersection in Ohio, 71 and 36.
I don't have the rudder. Okay.
You can see Polaris out there, way out there between the lake and Columbus.
What is it?
Polaris Shopping Center. It's way out there. It's all those buildings. That body of water out there is the Hoover Reservoir.
That circle green area is Polaris?
No, Polaris would be just, see where that water tower is out there? There's two water towers. The further one to the left.
Oh, okay.
Polaris is to the left of that. smooth up here, isn't it?
It's a really nice flight.
Little golf course off to my left here.
Drive traffic.
Oh yeah, I remember passing that on the way in.
About 3 to the southeast, I will be entering a left downwind for 20 Grimes, Urbana.
If you want to do any maneuvers, we can do stalls, we can do whatever you want to do. Nope. Not on the first flight, right?
No.
I'm joking, I wouldn't do that. Slow flight is fun. We can do slow flight. Want to see what slow flight feels like? You actually, it doesn't feel like anything, you just go slow. Well, it's kind of like you're setting up for a landing, but you don't go down, you just stay at the same altitude. I had to do this for my check ride examiner, prove that I could hold an altitude that's going slow.
Greene County, Cherokee 51260.
Like how many miles an hour would you be going?
Right now we're going 55.
Like the traffic?
Yeah, pretty much. This is slow flight.
That's nice if you wanted to slow down and look at some scenery.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Delaware 1,
I mean, it seems like we're at a standstill now, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, right now we're going exactly 55 knots.
Traffic, ExitJet 324, citation Sovereign 20 to the southeast, inbound for the RNAV, GPS runway 28, Delaware.
Delaware traffic, experimental at about 2,000 feet, going down the Scioto River south.
Have fun?
That was neat.
That's kind of cool because you get to see more.
It's like you're just standing in the air.
Right.
That's
Greene County,
cool.
Cherokee 51260, downwind, runway 25, full stop, Greene County.
The slow flight's fun. It's relaxing.
Delaware traffic, experimental RB410, Bravo Lima.
It's also helpful to know in case you're waiting on somebody in the pattern to go past you. You can slow your plane down and then go from there.
What is your normal range of speed?
For a cruise,
Yes.
I usually cruise around 110. If I'm on a cross country, 110 knots. You can see Polaris better from here. I'll lower the nose here in a second.
Okay. Because I really didn't see
This is all pretty much Lewis Center,
Traffic,
Worthington.
2 Alpha Fox, left downwind.
This is Route 71, so Polaris is on our left. It's just all that conglomeration of buildings.
Aircraft in the RNAV
is Polaris.
Okay, now I see it.
324, where about are you?
New IKEA place is right there on this side of the highway. It's a big blue.
IKEA is really big now.
Oh yeah.
Left base, full stop.
You can see
The big
Columbus a lot
building
better,
is-
can't you?
Oh yeah. The big building there is IKEA?
Yep, right there on the left side of Route 71.
I see it.
Richmond traffic, Cessna 714 Lima Foxtrot is 10 to the west of Alpha Bullpup.
I see Columbus.
Yeah, we're pretty close now to Columbus.
Yeah.
And the Lear going to Delaware, looks like you just crossed over the top of us.
In fact, you can see Port Columbus International.
TCAS thing.
What?
You can see Columbus International to the left of Columbus.
Oh yeah.
51260,
All right, so we'll go ahead and start heading back. Do you know where the airport is? I'm counting on you to get us back. Let's see, we're going over 20. Well, no, we're not over 23. This would be, what do they call this road?
That road right there?
That's the railroad tracks. 23 is on the other side. This one's called, I've used it to go to the Stoner's house once in a while as a backup.
What's it called?
I can't remember.
We're above Lewis Center.
Yeah, this is Lewis Center area.
Nice area.
Big power plant there to the left. See that right there?
Oh yeah. We passed that, don't we? Or no?
Not really. You can't see it too well from the road.
We
So
do.
the airport is, if you follow 23 and Delaware's out here, you can see a water tower right here.
I see the water tower.
And then up to the left is another water tower. It's bluish.
Delaware traffic, RB10.
All of that highway in is to the left of that highway. Okay. Well, the airport's just off there to the left. You can see the rock quarry from here. It's that big brown splotch
I
out there.
do see the big brown splotch. That's it?
That's the airport's on this side of it.
Oh, I see it. The line going like that?
Yep.
Oh, I see it
That's
now.
it. All right, we'll make a radio call real quick. Delaware traffic, Diamond 4, Kilo Charlie is 7 to the southeast, inbound for runway 28, Delaware. And speaking of train...
Jet 324 is over Weba to inbound for the RNAV 28, Delaware.
We'll keep an eye out for him, he's in the area. So over here you can see that water tower, a lot of water towers up here. Next to that water tower is a train track, you can see a train going north. Do you see it?
I see the water tower.
Okay, there's like 4 reservoirs right here next to it.
Oh yeah, I see it.
On the edge of that 4th one is a railroad track. It's just like, I don't know, 100,
yeah, I see it.
100 yards that way. That's about the area Janashita lives. So she'd be up more of this area.
Delaware traffic, Jet 324, 5 mile final, runway 28, Delaware.
Okay, so he'd be out in this area.
There's a train on it right now.
Yes, there is. I'm showing up traffic right here. I'm just trying to make sure I can see where he's at. Okay, he's below us, and he's turning left behind us. All right, I'll just keep it track. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start descending.
Is he under us?
That little blue splotch, he turned left and he's going back behind us.
Okay.
The fuel pump goes on. We turn my landing lights on so we can be seen better. You can probably see the airport now. See the runway going this direction next to the rock quarry?
I do now, yes.
So we're going to fly what's called a downwind. You're probably familiar with like...
Delaware traffic, Jet 324 is a 3 mile final, 28, Delaware.
Oh, I see him. Going over the white water tower out there, there's an airplane. Actually, it's a jet.
Oh my, that's big. Is he landing at your airport?
Yep. Actually, it's just like a little Learjet. But still, doing a straight-in approach. We're not doing a straight-in, so he's got plenty of... well, we have plenty of...
I do see him.
Yep.
He's not showing up on here, though.
Might be... He might be too low. So before I get into the downwind for this landing...
First Delaware.
I want to make sure I'm at the right altitude first. So I have to descend to 2,000, so... We're going to swing out and around and pick up the left downwind for runway 28.
Delaware traffic, RV 10 Bravo Lima's on a 5 mile final straight in runway 28 on the GPS approach, Delaware.
I'll let him go ahead of me too, I guess.
Green County traffic.
Watch that guy land. He's right off my right wing. Over that blue water tower.
Left ahead or left downwind runway 25 right, or Green County.
He's just now getting ready, I think.
Yep.
Really close. Hold on, I'll let you know when he lands.
Okay.
I can see his reflection shadow, whatever in the...
Yeah.
I think he landed.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Here's the Scioto River in front of us, going towards Columbus.
Okay.
I can actually see the Columbus Zoo from here.
Delaware traffic, RV 10 Bravo Lima's on about a 2.5 mile final straight in 28, Delaware.
So he's a straight-in final. Somebody's 2.5 miles away from landing that way, towards the east.
Okay, but you're landing the other way?
We're gonna let no, I'm landing the same direction, but I'm gonna get into the pattern first.
Green County experimental 43 Alpha, we're entering a left base runway 25, Green County via low push.
Delaware traffic, Diamond 4, 54 Kilo Charlie is entering the left downwind on the 45 for runway 28. We'll follow that traffic in, Delaware traffic. That way he knows that I know that he's coming in. I'm acknowledging that guy that's on probably about a mile final now.
Do you see him?
I do not. I see him on here though. So he's showing up on my ADS-B. We'll just extend out our downwind so we won't turn in as soon as we normally would.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right there.
Where?
He's got, see the shadow on the ground, he's about to land.
Oh, I see him. He's still here.
Yeah, he's showing up. Alright, so fuel pump is on, landing light is on. We have our first notch of flaps, we're configuring for landing. Delaware traffic, Diamond 4 Kilo Charlie's turning left base, runway 28. This will be a full stop, Delaware. And the traffic's still on the runway, but he's about to turn off, so we'll just make sure before we touch down that he's not there.
NRV 10 Bravo Lima is off the active, Delaware.
He's letting me know. Yeah, he just cleared the runway for us.
Okay.
All right, ready for landing?
I'm ready.
We'll make this as smooth as possible.
Cool.
It's a beautiful sight, isn't it?
Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm ready to go up again on Thursday.
Oh, good. Me too. I'm always ready to go up again.
I bet.
At Delaware traffic, Diamond 4 Kilo Charlie is on final runway 28, Delaware. Full stop. We'll taxi back to the hangar. That's what you want to hear, the stall warning right before you touch down.
Nice landing.
Ah, thank you. Any landing you walk away from is a good landing. What they say.
Okay, that's true.
There's that big jet that just came in.
I know.
Yeah.
Huge.
A lot of money wrapped up in that thing.
No doubt.
Delaware traffic, Diamond 4 Kilo Charlie is clear of the active. Delaware. We'll have to be careful around them. Make sure nobody's walking in front of me when I'm trying to taxi.
Okay.
Ah, they got their golf clubs.
I was just gonna say, it looks like it's a group of golfers.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyone famous?
I don't know.
They're probably here for a golf outing.
Could be something like that. Or just back from a business trip and they golf anyway while they're out there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd probably be more likely since it's a Sunday.
All right, we are here. So, I'll make sure our lights are all off.
Okay.